Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do my budget for June. So I am a single parent of a 3-year-old daughter. I live by myself, so I am the main breadwinner. I have been off for work because of the virus and the pandemic that's going on, but I'm actually going back. So I've started to do monthly budgets as opposed to bi-weekly, which I find works better for my budget system and I can actually follow it better. So for June, I am guessing I'm going to have about $235 in income. So this would be for my actual income as well as child tax benefit because I live in Canada, as well as another tax amount that I get back from the government because again I live in Canada. So my rent is going to be $1191 for the month. Cell phone is going to be $70 approximately. So this is an estimate. I did change cell phone plans, but I'm still getting used to exactly what the amount is. So I'm just kind of rounding upwards a little bit. Internet is $100. Hydro, I'm going to budget for $50, but it should be under that. Recently has been pretty much lower. So babysitting, so I do pay my brother to watch my daughter for a few hours when I am working. While my mother is off work. So my mother usually watches her for me. So that's approximately $80 a week, so approximately $320 for the month, so $80 every week. Then food. So I've heard of an amount that will help people with their budget. So I've been doing $300, so it's supposed to be $100 per each person per month, starting at $300. So because I have 2 people, me and my daughter, it'd be $300. If you have 4 people, it's $400, which I think is a realistic number to actually spend. So $300 divided by 4, which would be $75 a week. I do have realized, since I've been trying to keep track of my budget and exactly where all my money is going, I have realized that I spend too much money on food. I spend way too much money on food. So I'm trying to pare that down and make sure I actually stick to this number. And I don't want to waste any food and I don't want to waste any money. So gifts, so I'm going to put $50 for gifts because my niece has a birthday coming up. I do have a gift for her, but I want to add a little bit extra something, so I've rounded up. What I like to do for gifts is I like to get stuff on clearance. There's a store by me that is actually like a hardware store, but they have a toy section and they usually have pretty good clearance stuff because they have clearance stuff from Christmas, from last Christmas and the Christmas before, so they usually have pretty good prices for things. So I always like to budget something for gifts so that you have something in there if you were to see something on sale at a very good price that you can buy it for, as opposed to waiting until right before their birthday. You might not be able to. So everything else, I'm going to budget about $400 for a week divided by 4, which is about $100 a week. Again, I'm rounding up with an approximate number. I probably won't spend that much. It's quite a lot, but I should be fine. Savings, I'm going to put $200. Subscriptions, I'm going to put $130, which is an estimate. I have a few different subscriptions that I pay for every month. So I'm just kind of rounding up an approximate number. That's approximately what it should be. So I have about 2 or 3 that I get. And then I'm actually going to add in another one at the end. So I'm going to add in a close number. And I'm going to put $120. I need some clothes for myself, as well as my daughter probably needs some clothes as well. So I know that I'm going to spend some money on clothes, which I normally don't put in my budget, but because I know that I'm spending that money, I definitely want to be able to budget for it. If I have to go over, then I'll take it out of my other category. I definitely find that I need to have a zero-based budget that is what's working for me. So I need to make sure that I account for every single penny that comes into my account and give it a name. Otherwise, I will just spend it. I do find that I spend my money and I never know where it actually goes. So I'm definitely trying to keep track and do much better. And I have been doing better overall. So right now, that is the budget that I'm planning for. I have found that doing it by month is much better for me as opposed to every time I get paid. And the reason it works for me is because I just wait until the end of the month when I have all the money all together and I just pay all my bills at the same time. And it definitely makes it easier for me to pay my bills on time, as opposed to I felt like I was waiting until I got a paycheck. I was waiting for my next paycheck to pay things because I hadn't budgeted for it. So if you do it all together, for me at least, I find that it works better, and I have been paying my bills definitely on time much more than before. I still paid them, but it just wasn't necessarily at the exact time. So I hope that helps. I definitely will I'll do an actual video of my actual budget as the month goes on to see if I'm actually sticking to this budget, and hopefully I can keep track of where my money and make sure I do smarter things with my money, as opposed to I do tend to just spend things more frivolously. Thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you like it, and definitely subscribe below. I would definitely appreciate it. Thank you very much, and have a great and safe day.